punching them or using a stun baton, and Remy finds himself in the middle of a hand-to-hand fight as well. He stabs all his opponents with a knife before going to look for Jake, who is being overpowered by a guy bigger than him. Remy knocks the guy out and ends up arguing with Jake, who thinks he didn't need help. The two of them return to Frank's office a couple of hours later with all the spoils, including 2 scanning jammers, which are used to avoid being found by the Repo Men's scanners. After putting those away, Frank tells them he's impressed and offers them the opportunity to become full-time raid captains, which Remy turns down. When he's about to ask for a transfer to the sales department, Jake cuts in and tells Frank they're good like this. After work is over, Jake reminds Remy that rules are important, and so it's enforcing them. He drops Jake at his place, then goes to take care of what he wants to be his last repo job, Jimmy T-Bone, a musician he's always admired. He finds T-Bone in his house working on some music and consuming a red powder, and when he mentions he's a fan, T-Bone asks him to help him finish the song before the repoing. Remy accepts, and when they're done, he also promises to take the track to the record company. Afterward, Remy asks him to lay down on the floor so he can take his heart. First he needs to stop it by using his defib unit, but when he puts the paddles on T-Bone's chest, the device malfunctions and Remy gets electrocuted, knocking him out for the 3rd time in his life. He wakes up some days later in a hospital bed, with Jake and Frank in the room with him. Carol had been there too, but left before Remy could see her. After telling him this was the fault of a faulty shock unit, they deliver the most important news: Remy's heart has been replaced with an Artiforg. As Frank insults him by dropping his salesman speech, Remy tells them he doesn't want the Artiforg and gets out of bed, leaving the room as he finally manages to disconnect the machine in the middle of a hallway and bleeding all over the place. He's only able to take a couple of steps after that. His body soon gives in and he falls to the floor, realizing he has no other choice but to accept the mechanical transplant. When he's released from the hospital, the first thing he does is to go home, but he can't get inside because his wife has changed the lock. Carol comes over when he rings the bell and gives him a suitcase, saying he chose his job over his family.